Hi, Dawn. Well, I wanted to make this little video greeting for you. You know, all of these years, I've thought about you often, and sometimes I have searched for you. So I'm glad that I finally found you. And even though our relationship was brief, it was one of the most significant in my life. You know, when we met in '69, I was 19, but I had the maturity level of a 13-year-old. I mean, I was a Mexican from El Paso in an isolated community, assailed by poverty and discrimination, and of course El Paso was pretty isolated from the rest of the world. So you can imagine the kind of a psychological state I was in when I met you. I don't remember how we met exactly, but it must have been at the cafeteria at the Green Giant Company, where your father was a boss of some sort. And I don't know how I ever got the courage to ask you out. But I remember when we went out, I was not only scared, but completely in awe. I mean, you were older, in college, and beautiful and cultured and white, and I remember your eyes and your mouth, and I was all so overwhelmed. It was rather astounding. And not only did you invite me to your house, but you introduced me to your family and to your father. Boy, was I scared that time. And we went to the drive-in cinema for that first date, but I don't remember what we saw. I remember that for our second date, I blew your mind because I picked you up in a 1969 Jaguar, which was like a Rolls Royce, and I remember the wood paneling and these chrome dials and this blue light which cast a magical hue over everything. The guy who lent it to me had bought it for $900. Can you imagine what that car must be worth today? And I remember at one of those outings, some guy made a snide remark to you about being with me, and you said to me something like, "Oh, it's nothing, he's an idiot." So, anyways, at one of those outings, I have this vague recollection that where we were sort of lying down on the front seat, kissing, and there was a hole where your head should have been. So it wasn't the most ideal thing, and I don't think we ever made love. But of course I was so inexperienced or so young. I'm not sure I would have known what to do. Anyway, so but what I remember, what really blew my mind was when I went with you to Northern University in DeKalb, where you were a senior, and man was I impressed. I remember we went to the university library, and I bought this little booklet on some sociological theme, and it was I never completely read it. It was kind of boring, but I remember I kept it around my house in El Paso because every time I saw it, it reminded me of that outing with you, and it was really special. Another time we went to the cinema in Rockford, where we saw Gone with the Wind. It was my first time to have seen it, and I remember the evening as something really fantastic, but I don't remember what we did after the cinema. I think maybe we didn't do anything. Anyways, as I said, the relationship with you was like a bright star at the beginning of my life, and I remember it with such joy and fondness. It was like a true and gentle, transparent smile. It remains for me a beautiful, poetic, sweet memory. Well, after that, I've had quite a full life. I've had many relationships, 3 marriages, all of which have ended sadly. Variety of jobs and professions. My current one, of course, is a Zen Tango teacher. something I developed over the years, and I've gone to a number of countries around the world doing seminars, and it's been fantastic. And as you know, 20 years ago, I made this crazy decision to move to Florence, Italy. And it was a good decision. My life in Italy has been as if I was a character in an adventure novel. Now, at this precise moment in my life, it's a kind of a downtime for me. I've just had a leg operation. I haven't really worked in 2 years, and I'm getting divorced from my third wife, who, by the way, is a real princess. She is descended from a noble family, which moved from Constantinople to southern Italy, a noble Greek family, and hence she could have and has the title of a real life princess. So just wanted to give you a little report on me. I'm in pretty good shape, nevertheless, physically. I practice yoga for 45 years. I do about 600 push-ups a week. I dance, I bike, I do all kinds of stuff. But nevertheless, one is cognizant that the end of the journey is just right over the horizon. And of course, it occasions many things about life, doesn't it? It's been fast. It's been odd. It's been surreal. It's been like a dream, hasn't it? And as time goes on, it gets even more mysterious. Well, I wanted to do this little message for you, and maybe sometimes, you never know. Maybe sometimes we could meet in person and talk. Have you been to Italy? Have you been to Rome? Or I have a little apartment in Rome, but I could fix you a cot in a corner somewhere. So if you ever want to come, well, it's really, really good to talk to you. I'll see you later.